Hi, and welcome to the fourth Sunday of Advent. Believe it or not, I'm sitting here today and it is Christmas Eve. I am just beyond words as to how we got from the beginning of Advent until now. Tomorrow is Christmas Day, and the thought that we are celebrating this beautiful gift of Jesus born in a manger on Christmas Day in some ways seems to have snuck up on me, and in other ways it really hasn't. But what I know about Advent is that it doesn't stop when Christmas Day comes. That whole idea of preparing and opening our hearts and sitting in the quiet with God, that is something we want to continue. That's something I want to continue. And that's what I'm going to be intentional about as we begin this Christmas season and we start a new year called 2018, just around the corner. And I know that spending that time throughout Advent with God has been very meaningful for me, but it's not over. It's just a beginning. And knowing that I have tried hard for that quietness, and I have tried to lean in and listen well, and I have also invited him intentionally to be part of that time, that is something I want to continue. And the last thing that he is pressing into me, that he wants me to learn how to do, is something called making room. Make room for him so that this time I am keeping my heart open, that there is always a space for him to be a part of, that he is part of my everyday, that it's not just for a season, it's not just because he's asking me to do that. It's because it is something that he wants to be a part of with us. So my open sign needs to remain. It needs to be hanging on the outside of who I am. And I don't want to be like the innkeepers when Mary and Joseph were frantically looking for that time, that place for them to stay on that one night so very long ago. I want to be the innkeeper who actually can answer and say, yes, there is room and you are welcome here. And that's what I want to do for Jesus. That's who I want to be for him. So I invite all of you to just join me in that process and just keep this going and keep thinking about the things that you have done so intentionally during Advent, and know that it doesn't have to stop just because that season of Advent is now over. I have come across some words that I want to leave you with from Ann Voskamp. She wrote a book called The Greatest Gift, and these words just say so much and just speak so much into this season and into Christmas. And so just listen carefully to what she says. She says, we only find our where we are when we find out where he is. We only find ourselves when we find him. We lost ourselves at one tree and only find ourselves at another. Wise men are only wise because they make their priority the seeking of Christ. All our moments, all our waking, all the globe is a looking glass to God. And the wise keep seeking the presence of Christ in 1,000 places, because you only come to yourself when you come to him. I just want to leave you with Christmas blessings. I pray that this season for you, these next few days, are just a joy-filled time, that you find Christ in the midst of all of your celebrating, that hopefully you are with people that are very special to you. It is such a joyous time for me, getting to spend time with my family, with my sons and their wives, and then the following weekend I will be spending with my brothers and nieces and nephews, and it'll just be such a wonderful time together. But just keep your focus on him. That's where we find ourselves. Love you all.